Another way to make a data member's value available to a derived class is by using the protected access modifier. Let me show you what I mean. We'll change both of these in the account class. Protected means that a class or any class derived from that class has access to the value stored in the data member, not the main program. So for example, by changing those to protected, if I come down here to the main program and type account ACCT equals new account 100, I still don't have access to balance and ID directly. I can through the property, but only because the property was defined. However, if we go to the derived class, right here, where we used base.balance the property, I can change this to balance, and change it to balance right here, and it still works. Let's demonstrate that by writing another program. So we'll create a new checking account object, and then we'll try to make a withdrawal of $1,500. Then we'll display the balance using toString, and we'll add a console read key. And let's run the program. The word's withdrawal, not withdrawal. Try it again. There we go. And insufficient funds. So indeed, this is working using protected instead of private. So again, by changing the access modifier to protected, I allow my derived class access to values stored in the base class. I didn't have to change anything else. I still have withdraw as a virtual method. We still have the property available, but we could have just as easily taken it out and everything would have been fine. Now, the use of protected is somewhat controversial because some programmers say that using protected breaks encapsulation, since you're allowing any sort of outside access to the base class's data member values. But I somewhat disagree with that because what we're really concerned about more than anything else is the universal access via the main program to a data member. We don't have it here, as I showed you earlier. If I try to access balance or ID directly, I cannot do it because they are hidden from the main program, but available in the class definition and in the derived class definition. So I would say that when you're working with inheritance, it might make your code a little bit shorter and maybe a little bit easier to read if you use protected. But understand that there is some controversy to go along with using it. So that wraps up our little discussion of the protected access modifier. Now we're ready to move into the exercises for this chapter where we're going to work a little bit more with inheritance.